Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome, everybody. Sorry for the late. What was that, like 1 minute, 3 minutes? My bad. My bad. I had to grab a quick break, but now we're here, guys. I hope everybody had a great weekend. I did for sure ski. I spent the weekend with my best friend, man. He came to visit from Berlin, so we had a great time. Spent some nice time together. Went to the Christmas market here in my city. How is everybody doing though? What's up, Grace? What's up, Kirube? Welcome back. What's up, Jerry? What's up, Insider Skyview? Thank you for being in the stream for such a long time. I see you. What's up, Moonum? Kuzwan? Welcome, everybody, guys. How was your weekend? Appreciate you, Elisa. Thank you for the comment. We also here in Christmas spirit. You guys can see that here in the background, right? Um, the Santa Claus came early. Andre, can you mute, please, yourself? Thanks, bro. Buying Xmas thing, yes, sir. Boring weekend. Nah, man. I hope you use it to backtest your strategy, bro. Backtest your trading. Go over that. If you use it for that, overall, it shouldn't be boring, bro. Because boring, nah, bro. Trading is always entertaining and always fun, man. Yo, guys, drop from where you are in the comment section. Let's see from where we got people joining. Drop your country in the comments. Let's see. Let's see how international we're going here on ThinkCapital. Great though. Price has been bad this Monday. Yeah, it's really bad. It's really bad, bro. But we'll go over it here in a second. You've been waiting since 30 minutes. Yeah, I've seen you, bro. I've seen you. We got Pakistan. We got Kenya, Colombia, South Africa, Bangladesh, Maldives, bro. That's crazy. Got another bro from Germany, Uganda. Yeah, I know Uganda, bro. Got another one from Bangladesh. Oh, that's amazing, guys. It's literally super international. Love that. I love that. Florida, W. India. Yo, that's actually crazy. Maldives is crazy, man. I want to go to Maldives. I heard like awesome things about that island. Nigeria. Hey, what's up, Pips Made Simple? Welcome to the stream, bro. Watching from what's that? What's that flag, bro? I'm bad with flags. Where I'm from, I'm half German, half American. I like to consider myself Mexican though. I know it's a little bit weird, but I spent like my entire childhood in Mexico, so I like to say I'm Mexican rather than anything else. Viva Mexico. Weekend was boring, didn't lose money. Yo, that's so boring, bro. If you don't lose money, it's not a good weekend. You know what I mean? We'll invite you. Yeah, please, bro. Let's go. I want to go to Maldives. Yo, let's wait for some more people to join in, like 1 or 2 people, and then we'll start with the breakdown here on gold. Which pair will I analyze? I mainly gold, so that's looking at. Oh, we're actually getting a break of the low right now. That's interesting. You want tacos, bro? I love tacos. Oof, tacos de carne asada. Ooh. Yeah, I think capital is definitely global. Yeah, we do have a giveaway, but you guys gotta stay tuned for that. First, you gotta listen to my beautiful words. Look at my beautiful face, you know what I mean? All right, guys, we got some nice people joining in. Let's start the breakdown here on gold. Let me make sure to share my screen here. Hope you guys can see my screen. Also, if you want me to break down any other pairs, you can drop it in the comments after I analyze gold. But I don't actively trade those pairs. I just trade gold, but I can still give my opinion on, on that. Andre, can you turn on face cam on the stream, please? Mm-mm-mm-mm. All right, everybody can see my screen, but not my face. That's cool. All right. So as always, guys, start off on the high time frames, right? On the weekly time frame every Monday to see where price is at and where we could see price heading for the rest of the week. So as of right now, the last weekly candle here, let me see if I can kind of like, so the last weekly candle closed in form of a, I would say like a form of a pin bar, right? We still have some like fair value gap or imbalances down here from 41.63 all the way to what's that, 41.32. So we could probably see price pull back here today, maybe tomorrow, and then maybe head back up, because looking at the very very high time frames, we see that price is overall bullish, right? So let's go to the daily time frame here and see. So the last daily candle on the Friday closed rejecting the upside. So this is giving me insensitive that there's a possibility of price actually now continuing bearish, maybe at least like all the way down into the 40s, maybe, right? It's not guaranteed. But based off the daily time frame, like how this closed, we could anticipate some bearish momentum back down. Let's look at the 4-hour time frame here. Also kind of breaking below the 50 EMA right now. We were choppy during this period, like from, what's that up here? From the 4250s, between 4250 and what's that here? 4170s. That's like a range, right? Like a bounce range. So based off that, if price reaches this area down here, the 4168-ish, we could like anticipate maybe a bounce and then a push back up, because we're actually ranging here. So let me turn on this here, my zones. So now coming to the 1 hour, currently breaking structure to the downside. We had some type of head and shoulder pattern right here. It's a little bit of a choppy one, but you could still kind of recognize it here. And now we're breaking the low, we're breaking the neckline, we're breaking this trend line on the 4 hour time frame. So if this 1 hour candle closes below, or a 30-minute candle closes below, you could basically wait for some type of a pullback, wait for some type of a rejection, and then take sales all the way back down into this area. That will be the first thing I'll be basically looking for. Now, if this candle closes with a big wick to the downside but closes back above the range, then we could basically take a buy setup based off the support range up into these highs. But the safer buy will be a break and retest above this area up into this high up here. So we'll look something like that. Uh, 1 second, guys. Let me see. Am I gonna buy it 41.85? 41.85. Like right now, right here, no, I'm not. I gotta wait and see if price can, close back above the range, and hold above it for me to be interested. But then overall, honestly, if price comes back above 41.95, it will then be back in the ranging area, which is this range here, where it could just continue chopping the entire day, right? So if you want to take advantage of a trade with volume, you kind of want to wait for price to, get out of this consolidation range, close above the range with a lot of volume, pull back, give a nice rejection, and then break back out. That would be the ideal trade setup if you're looking to take longs here, right? Um, just like we're having it right now. Price broke this low. Now I want to see kind of hold below. I want to see pull back with some type of volume and respect and reject it as a resistance. So then you could basically take sales back down to the 41.75 or all the way back down into 41.65. I hope that kind of makes sense for you guys. But as of right now, breaking the lows, you could have already taken some type of sales at the break of the low here at the 41.90s. That would have been a good quick short setup here. Was it possible for you to catch this drop? Unfortunately not, guys. I was kind of focused on the stream right now. I missed out on the drop, unfortunately. But we could still, have a good setup. I still need like to wait like 16 minutes at least, wait for pullback, wait for rejection in this area, and then I might be interested in taking sells. I'm buying because the best reversal zone touched. Yeah, man, if that's up, if that's your strategy, bro, you can go ahead. What I like to wait for though, if I'm looking to buy, I want to buy into a bullish market structure, right? So if you're looking at the low time frames here on the 1 minute, 5 minute, and 3 minute, you see that price is bearish right now. So kind of had a lower low, lower high, equal low, lower high, lower low, right? So based off pure market structure, the market is still bearish. So I'm not really a big fan of buying into bearish market structure on the low time frame. So what I would like to wait if I'm looking too long is some type of, let's say it hits your major zone, right, where you want to buy. But now you want to wait for some type of a double bottom, for example, and then for a 5 minute closure above the previous high, hence breaking structure to the upside. So if I will get that now on my major support zone, then that's where I will be more confident in taking longs because now I got a break of structure that verifies the price can now, continue in that direction. Plero Makesh, you're not late. You're good. Gold is making a pullback. Yeah, it's got to make a higher pullback for me to be interested. But it all comes up to you guys. Like if you're feeling aggressive, you can always, get in right now and maybe it just continues to drop. But for me, like my risk reward ratio wouldn't make sense if I were to get in here. My stop loss still has to go above my zone, and my take profit has to go to the next 4H zone. So this wouldn't even be a 1-to-1. This would be a 0.6 R multiple, which makes no sense. So for me, I would need it to pull back here and then have my stops like this. And now it turned into a 3.6 R multiple. So that's where patience also comes into play here. What if it keeps dropping with no pullback? Yeah, like I said, if it keeps dropping with no pullback, there's no entry for me, and I'm fine with missing out on this. You think it's going to continue ranging? Maybe. Crystallized. You are late. Yo, yeah, daily is bearish right now. I mean, right now, like the candle right now, overall the trend is still bullish because we did break the highs here. This was a previous high. We got a new higher high. This was a previous low. It's higher than this low, so it's a higher low. So if it doesn't break on the daily, if it doesn't break this low here on the daily time frame, the overall trend will still be considered bullish here. So for example, if it like gets here, it could still break out and continue bullish. But if it now breaks these lows here like strongly, closes below the EMA, pulls back, that's when now we can see a switch in market structure on the daily time frame as well. I hope that kind of makes sense. You caught GU reversal. Let's go. That's a W, bro. Most of the nice entries on gold are at Asian session. Why is it so? I mean, it really comes up to like the time and the period and the season, right? Sometimes that's why you have to literally learn to study price action on gold because gold is always different. Gold has phases where it moves amazingly during Asian session and it has like this perfect A plus setups. And when that happens and you notice that, you got to try and see if you can manage to trade during that session because that's when the price action is the best. But seasons change, right? So sometimes then London is the best time where during London session you get this amazing, beautiful moves to the upside or to the downside. And then New York is choppy, for example, like it has been like for now. And then sometimes New York is awesome and all the other two sessions are terrible. So you always have to adjust and see, obviously, with your capacities, like with the time capacity, when you're available. But that's just being flexible when trading a pair because a pair is not always going to be perfect during a session. but there's no real reason for it, I would say. Took me out, double time, no more trade today. Yeah, bro, you gotta call it. If you already tried twice, it took you out. It shouldn't be you shouldn't be trading for now. It's not going how in your direction right now, and it's all good. We got a fair value gap over here. Let me mark this out. So we're starting to pull back now. So that was what I was saying. If you were to get in down here at a sell, bro, you're already like straight up in negative because you weren't patient enough. So that's what I'm saying. You love trading Asian session? Yeah, bro. I think it can be very, very great. It can be very great, especially if you got like some special setups going on. It could definitely be very, very good. Now, what's interesting on this, guys, is we still have 10 minutes for the 30-minute candle to close, right? So what I was saying, right now we're pulling back. In the next 10 minutes, there's two things that can happen. This candle pulls back in the fair value gap on a 5-minute time frame, and we reject, and the 30-minute closes bearish somewhere down here. That will indicate that we've officially closed below the trend line and below our support range, giving us more confidence for continuation and sales. What could happen as well is that this 30-minute closes back above support with a huge wick to the downside. Hence, it will probably would have just taken liquidity, right? And close back above the range and then break out to the upside. So that's why it's also so important, guys, to wait for the candle closures. Just wait. Like, there's nothing wrong with missing out. There's nothing wrong with being patient. Like, it's the contrary. You got to be patient when you're trading. And I would rather wait 10 minutes here to see for price to tell me what's more likely to happen than jumping the gun right now and just hoping that I'm right. I love Europe session, not much trading gold for me. Yeah, during London you got some good pairs to trade, like EU, GU. It's a really bad day. Muhammad, go away from the chart, bro. I mean, you can still stay in the stream, but close all your accounts. Just remove that for today and reset. See what went wrong today and try to not repeat those mistakes tomorrow and for the rest of the week, because starting bad into a Monday in trading can be really hard. So I totally understand, bro. Can't trade Asian session is 2 a.m. here. Can't keep up daily. Yeah, bro. You just gotta see what fits you, like what session fits you the best in your time zone, bro. And then adjust accordingly. But you get good setups nevertheless, like every time. Like you get good setups during Asian, during New York, during London. You just gotta have and find a strategy that works. Thoughts about upcoming weeks about gold? Man, I'm overall bullish bias for sure. Like I'm bullish. I'm bullish on gold long term. And I'm more, there's always like these like type of traders that are better buyers than sellers, and then sometimes they're better sellers than buyers. And I'm definitely a better buyer than a seller. So when I'm looking for buy setups, I'm not as hesitant as when I'm looking for sell setups, which is weird, right? So I like when the market is bullish. So I'm overall bullish on gold. And when I see a break of structure to the upside, I would rather take a trade than if I see a break of structure to the downside, if that kind of makes sense. 100% always wait for a candle's time frame to close. Exactly. Mm. Yeah, you're good with fundamentals, Lewandizo. I don't put too much emphasis in fundamentals, to be honest. I just, I check red folder news. I don't want to be involved in the market when it's red folder news. But besides that, I'm not really into politics and stuff. But I believe that having that back knowledge can definitely profit and, be a plus when it comes to trading. Take a break until tomorrow. Yeah, take a break, bro. No, don't leave the stream. Stay in the stream. Leave your chart. Just look at my chart, bro. Yeah, you can trade literally any session. The market always moves, right? Even on the weekends. Like if you guys are very, very addicted, you can just look at crypto during the weekend. I personally don't recommend it, but it's up to you if you're so addicted. It takes a lot of discipline and patience to wait for the close of the candle. Totally agree, man. But you gotta ask yourself, like, how many times have you been stopped out because you entered too early because you were impatient? And based on those times, how much did you lose those times? And then how much loss could you have avoided if you would have waited another 5 to 10 minutes? And you can only know that if you journal your trades, if you take screenshots before and after, if you reflect on your trade. And if you see that various times you get stopped out like prematurely because you entered too soon, then that's your lesson for next time. Really, really be patient, sit on your hands, and then wait for that candle closure to give you the direction. News just makes your trade run faster, assuming your bias is correct. Yeah, assuming your bias is correct. But sometimes it's also very choppy. You just get stopped out and then it goes in your direction. So yeah. This time frame here right now is the 15 minute. I'm switching constantly the time frames. Let me see if I could turn on the time frame. Is that the watermark? Yeah, I think now in the background you guys can see this 5. This means we're in a 5 minute time frame. Ready for again, mid sell. Yeah, you want to get in on the sell here? Or what? You trade turtle soup, bro? I never understood that concept, bro. I'll be honest. I looked at it once and I never looked at it again. It was just a little too tricky for me. It doesn't take any discipline to wait for a candle close. It's one of the easiest confirmations rules before entering any trade. I mean, I kind of agree, kind of disagree, bro, because every person reacts differently. And if there's that type of trader that always just randomly jumps the gun and is impatient, then that impatience reflects in them not being profitable. So it's like you still have to be disciplined to not get in on a trade, but you also have to be disciplined to get in on a trade when you get your setup, because there's a lot of traders that get a setup, get an entry signal, and are scared to take it because they lost probably one trade before and then they don't take it. And then it goes in the direction and then they regret it. And then they FOMO into a trade and then it's too late and then it reverses and then they lose again and then they feel like the loser. Bro, it's it's a crazy cycle in trading, man. Like, honestly, I have like huge respect for everybody that dedicates their time to becoming a trader, because I feel like being a profitable trader is one of the hardest jobs in the world. It can be one of the hardest jobs if you have struggle with understanding yourself. If you focus on one pair, you won't look for patterns, you will just know. Is this true? Um, Yes, so I definitely always recommend everybody when you're starting out, just have like one, maximum two pairs to trade, because every pair moves different. You want to learn to understand how your pair likes to move during what session, what's the average amount of pips it moves per day. So you got to really study, right? You got to study your pair. Now, if you're just looking at one pair, for example, gold, you will start to recognize patterns that repeat themselves time and time again, and that will increase your confidence when trading this pair. Because what I've tried in the past is I was trading NAS 100 US 30, because I kind of fell on that hype wave. There was like a hype in this season. Everybody was like, yeah, NAS 100 and US 30, they move so quick, they move so good. So I switched from gold to those pairs and I realized, bro, I don't know about that. I don't know about that because they move very, very different. So for me, it felt like I'm working or looking at a stranger, and I don't like that feeling because I feel like it's so unpredictable because it's a stranger for me. So then I go back to gold, and my gold is like my baby. It's like, oh, I know you so good, right? So like I believe that, like I said, if you have a pair, just study it, understand it, and you will know how it likes to move, and you will understand it way better. You trade trend lines very rarely, honestly, very rarely. Did see a nice 4 hour trend line here, so that's why I marked it off. We got point A, point B, kind of point C, and it just pulled back to point B right now. So yeah, that's the only trend I'm using right now because it looked very very clean. If it's not that clean, then I usually don't use any trend lines. Am I taking this trade? Not yet, bro. No, 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 not yet. Because this candle's bullish, this candle's bullish. This one is currently rejecting the downside, so it's still bullish. So I'm waiting another 1.5 minutes to see how this 30-minute closes. If it closes like this, I'm not taking a sell because I don't like this huge ass wick to the downside rejecting. For me, the safest, honestly, is always to wait for the 1 hour candle closure. That's the safest, but we'll have to wait and see. Uh, uh, Aside from gold, what else do I trade? Right now, I'm just trading gold. I'm just looking at gold right now. But if gold were like very choppy, then maybe I would look at NAS 100. That would be like my second option. What's up, crazy Kiko? How old am I? Damn, bro. I'm 28. Damn. I hate to say it, bro, but I'd be 28, man. Or am I 27, man? I don't remember. No, I think I'm 28. I just keep forgetting. Do you make notes of your mistakes and review them before your session, or do you remember everything? Bro, I definitely take notes. Definitely take notes, bro. Always read them before your session so you make sure you don't repeat that, right? So I have like a list of, like a checklist. I have like a list of rules that I used to break time and time again, and then I turn those break of the rules into rules to not repeat that basically. So I like reading them before trading. Not that often anymore because I already know how I work. But for the first 3 years, I will definitely do that to review. I look 25. Oh, thank you. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Mm. If you only trade gold, do you check the 10-year bonds and the US dollar index? US dollar index, yes, sometimes, especially on Mondays, just to see where it's at and see where it could head. So it's like like a double testing. Oh, I got something in my eye, man. But the 10-year, what was that? 10 years bonds, not really. I just look at price action, bro. I have mistakes anchored and logged to my charts. Yeah, that's great. That's a great way, Jerry. All right, look at that. Let's see, guys. So we got a 30-minute close. It closed not good for sales. I'll be honest, it did not close great for sales, but we're still below, kind of below the range. So you can still see dump. I just don't like how it closed though. The 5 minute right now is still struggling to break back below this low. Um, it's currently at the 50% fair value gap. No real entry on the 5 minute yet. What you kind of want to see on the 5 minute if you're looking for sales, you want to look for something like a candle like this one here, right? Where we got to push up and then a rejection wick and then it closed back bearish. This candle, if this candle were here, also touching the EMA and then closing back under, that would be a nice sell signal back down into these lows. Gold is your baby too. Let's go. We all got the same baby. That's crazy. We family here. Go Nasdaq. Maybe the price action is good. Let's see. Let's look at Nas. Damn, it kind of looks similar to gold. What? Why does it look the same? Um. All right. All right. It's kind of choppy as well. Not gonna lie. Kind of looks choppy, bro. Imagine trading this price action. Imagine, bro. Yo. Look at this 4 hour candle, man. This is absolutely bananas. Um, yeah, I don't know about it. I don't know about it, bro. We do have a resistance here. We do have a support down here. Kind of. We also got another zone right here. So I already tapped into like the zone. So I see why sellers are pulling out. Got a nice 5 minute rejection here. Man, I don't know, honestly. I don't know about NAS. I just don't like the price action at all. I just don't like it. Because it'd be doing this, right? So when I'm trading gold, I would normally maybe take buys here, right? Stops below the rejection candle and take profit up into the zone. Now this could kind of play out, but most of the times what NAS does is just melts, bro. Like it messes with you. So I don't like that. So let's go back. Let's go back to our baby, guys. Let's see what we get. Now it's going down. Yeah. US 100, US. You mean US 30, US 500? Really hard to trade these days. Yeah, bro. Nasdaq is great for volatility for sure. So if you're a scalper, getting in and get out real quick, yeah, then Nas is awesome. Especially if you're taking like break of the low, break of the highs. Gold is bullish, not quite, not quite. So if I'm looking for buys, I want to see, what do I want to see? I want to see this. I want to see this. I want to see a higher low somewhere here and then a close back above the range, breaking to the upside here, breaking structure officially. And while it does that, I would like to see this 50 EMA already be like down here. And then for price to like, close above and then do this. That's when I will look too long. Or second option, price comes back down here, creates a double bottom, closes back above, pulls back, does this, right? So now we have, this would be also a very, very nice setup for me to take longs. W pattern is one of my favorites. Close back above, EMA below, price, scooping, boom, up, let's go. Is gold about to drop? We don't know. We don't know. It might. Let's look at the 3 minute here. Yeah, it might. I just don't like the 30 minute. So basically, I will wait for the 1 hour now to really close below, like somewhere here, and then I will get it on a minor pullback because I don't really trust this yet. Mm, do you see time cycles? Larry again and other world champions see that. Time cycles? Nah, I don't know what you mean about that, bro. Peter is about to enter a cell. Good luck, bro. Appreciate you, AO Caps. Yo, let's start the first giveaway, guys. For people watching right now, I'm giving away two 10K accounts right now. So all you gotta do to enter is comment the hashtag early and leave a like on the stream. If you don't leave a like, you're not entered. All right. So I'm giving away two 10K challenges right now. Hashtag early and a like on the stream to enter. And I'll let you guys get in 5 minutes. I checked indices, wanted to add something to my baby. Those things look like Chinese to me, bro. It's weird, right? Like sometimes you understand price action immediately on some pairs, and on other ones you look at it and you just don't know anything. You don't know the trend, you don't understand how it moves. So that's why it's so important to try yourself out on different pairs and then see what suits you the best. Because every person at the end of the day is different, right? Hashtag early, guys, and leave a like on the stream. Otherwise, you will not be entered. I'm going to double check that for sure. Should we just do all three already? Should I give away three accounts right now? What do you guys think? Should we do two now and one like in like 20 minutes, or should we do all three now? Yeah, should we do two now? Yes, and let's focus all three now. Yeah, I think all three now should be good. All right, then let's do three. Let me reset the settings. All right, you got another 1 minute to enter here, and then I'm gonna start the giveaway hashtag early and a like on the stream. And then after that, we'll go back to the chart and see if we get something. Because gold is pulling back right now again. That's what I was like kind of anticipating. Because I know how gold moves, man. Gold moves and fakes out everybody. All right, let me go ahead and share my screen here for transparency purposes. Now, important to mention, guys, if some of you already won a 10K challenge in the last month, like in this month, right, of period of time, please let us know in the comments so we can give it away to somebody who hasn't won at all. Or yeah, okay, because I want everybody to be rewarded in the community. And I know that every other streamer here on ThinkCapital also gives away 10K challenges. So sometimes you won like last week and then you win again. So that would be very nice if that were the case, to just be honest, so we can give it to somebody else. Look, Muhammad already won. That's amazing. Thank you for your transparency, bro. All right, guys, let's start. We're ready. Let's refresh this. Hashtag early. Leave a like on the stream. And let's start this up. Let's go. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and the winners are Nelson, Sondu, Eduardo, and Jamie Quit Recovery. Congratulations, guys. Spam some W's for the winners. I hope none of you have won before, so that's your early Christmas gift. Let's go, guys. Spam some W's in the chat for the winners. And to the winners, make sure to contact us on our Discord. So join our Discord, ThinkCapital, and write a message to the support, and then you will get your login details. I wish you lots of luck with your challenge. Don't blow it, right? Be patient, apply risk management, and then you'll make it. Congratulations, guys. Let's go. All right. I love that. Stop sharing, and now we'll go back to the charts. Back to being focused, guys. All right. All right. Now, if this candle closes bearish, I see potential for it coming back down. 41.76. Of course, Nelson, we got you, bro. First giveaway account, let's go. Also, Eduardo's first one, W. De nada, way. Appreciate you, AO Caps. I love to hear that you guys are enjoying the stream, man. I'm enjoying your company. I'm enjoying this community. I want to keep growing, bro. Imagine a stream with like 200 viewers. I think that would be crazy. I think that would be crazy. Yeah, we're coming back down. Yo, we got a double top on the 1 minute. Got a double top on the 1 minute. Got a break of structure on the 1 minute. It's looking good. Gotta wait for that closure though, because that might be a fake out here. Because we do have a 3 minute fair value gap here. So I kind of want to close like below, but then again, that our multiple is not the best. I suggest it should be one entry for one hashtag. What do you mean? It was one entry, wasn't it? I think it was. I think I clicked on exclude duplicates. I usually do. I don't know if I did right now. I'm a little bit out of it today. What's up, Mario? Man, I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. How are you, bro? Tricks for dealing with news for beginners. Don't trade during the news. If you see like red folder news, just wait like at least 30 minutes or 1 hour for them to pass, and then you can look if there is a setup for you. GU is dropping. Let's go. It is. Let's look at it. Well, yeah, it is. Yeah, it is breaking structure to the downside. That's good. If you're in sales, obviously. Nice. Nice, nice. 6 seconds on this one. Um, yeah, that's a good closure here. I'll put like stop right there. Mm, target has to be like down here. So ideally, price should not close back above this range. Otherwise, I'm out. Now let me see. Let me see the 1 hour though. 14 minutes. Mm, mm. Yeah, price action is indicating that we could go lower though. The only thing that's concerning is like the 1 hour. This is 11th stream and 1-0. Man, you gotta keep coming back, bro. It's actually the first time I've seen you as well. USD CAD is going up. Let's go. Let's go, guys. It was one entry at early. Yeah, if it was one entry, then it's good. 25 people watching and there were 87 participants in the giveaway. No, it does say 87, but it's because 87 people typed hashtag ThinkCapital. I mean, there were hashtag ThinkCapital 87 times. But I clicked on exclude duplicates as far as I know. So when I click on exclude duplicates, it's just one entry per person. Pulling back out. Let's see. What's up, Mac Gamers, YouTube? Welcome to the stream. 1 hour will close bullish. It might, bro. It might. If it does, then we're good to go up. Should be good to go up. If you're looking for sales, you do want to see it close below. Bobby, you're late. Yo. Bobby's late. I'm sorry, Bobby, but we're switching up the game here now because everybody be joining the stream late, you know. Everybody be joining the stream in the last 10 minutes because you know I do the giveaway there. And then you don't join for me or for the value, you just join for the giveaway. How you liking Germany? Um honestly, it's not my cup of tea, bro. Although I'm German, I'm half German and I was born here, it's not mine. I'm not a big fan of the weather. Um, Not really a big fan of the ideology here and the mindset of people. I don't know if you guys have heard it, but Germany, there's like a lot of people with like bad vibes. So that kind of pulls one down, right? If you're like in a train and everybody's looking at you angry like this, Like it's not a myth, like it's actually true. Everybody looks at you like this all the time. Everybody's stressed. So that kind of reflects on your energy if you don't have like the strongest energetic wall. So next thing you know is you're looking the same. You're looking like this. And I don't really like that. I like positivity. I like sun. I like good vibes, man. I've been to a lot of countries where, and I swear, like every country that has a beach, bro, people just automatically are in a good vibe. It's the ocean. Like the ocean heals, right? So that's why, like any country with the ocean and with some type of good weather, I'm all in there. I give away accounts every single day. I do every single stream. Like every Monday, I do give away three 10K accounts and my colleagues as well on the other streams, as far as I know. Yeah, random times for the giveaways, exactly. So you never know if I'm doing the giveaway right at the start of the stream, at the middle, or around the end. I just like to randomize it a little bit, so I make sure that everybody joins in. On daily basis, three. Go to Cancun. Yeah, I've been to Cancun, bro. It's super, super beautiful. I spent how much? I think I was 2 months in Cancun. I was 1 month in Tulum. I was 2 months in my hometown in Mexico. A total of 6 months in Mexico, which was the best. Screwface, yeah, bro, literally Screwface. Uganda, yeah, I've heard of Uganda as well, bro. I also got some friends in Nigeria as well that want me to come over. And then I also want to visit South Africa as well. Bro, I don't know, man. I want to visit the entire world. Is what I'm doing. Is what I'm doing. In the season gold boat dumping, rate cuts factored, bro. Yeah, it does look like we're going downtown. Um, Let me see. Do we have news? I don't think we have any news today, right? No. We have high impact news tomorrow. Tomorrow we got Jolt's job openings at 4 p.m. my time. And then tentative ADP weekly employment change um on USD. Then on 10th of December we got FOMC. So on Wednesday I'm probably not gonna be trading because FOMC is always so slow. And employment cost index. Yeah, there are few news to look out for this week for sure. But right now it's slow. Look, gold is really slow right now. The name of Discord. I'm gonna have the moderator send in the Discord link of ThinkCapital. If not, maybe you'll find it below some of our videos. Criteria to join the giveaway is simple. You just tune in the live stream when it starts, and then you just wait. You wait, and then to enter, you have to comment a hashtag that I will be saying at that time, and then you have the chance to enter. It's pretty simple. Go to Thailand or Bali, or if in Europe, maybe Spain, Portugal, Croatia. Yeah, I've been to Portugal. It's really, really nice. Been to Italy and Greece. Overall, great countries. But I do feel like I definitely have to go like to Thailand or Bali for sure, just for the experience and for the nature. Bye, Insider Sky. Thank you for joining the stream, bro. Tune in next time as well, and maybe if you're lucky, you'll win one that time. Do you only trade in the US session, or do you also actively trade in other market sessions? Only trade New York right now. Yeah, so how do we claim the giveaway account? Just join the Discord. You will find the link right now in the comment section. Write to support. Say, yo, I'm Nelson. I want a challenge. And then you will get your login details. Gold is crazy these days. I can't get a win. Bro, I got one tip for you, right? Which most of the times actually works on gold. Okay, listen. If you're looking to sell here, buy. If you're looking to buy here, sell. And that's the strategy, bro. Because most of the times, look, right now we got bearish market structure, right? We got a nice bearish entry signal, we got a rejection up here. But most of the times you be like selling this because price action is telling you so, and then it just goes in the other direction. So the strategy is whatever you think, do the contrary of that. That was what I was thinking, right? I swear. One time I actually tried it and it actually worked. Actually worked for a long time, but overall, generally, you really want to focus on price action. I missed the winning trade today due to fear. No worries, Bobby. That's all part of the game, bro. You learn from it. And also, if you were fearful, you have to ask yourself why were you fearful? And that's probably because your account size or the lot size you were trading with was too big. So next time, just minimize the risk, bro. Go 0.5, 0.25, whatever you feel comfortable with. If you were to lose a trade, that's your entry threshold. And then you work with that. And then you start scaling that, right? But overall, as a trader, you should not be scared to enter on a trade. And if you notice you're scared, it's because you're risking too much. Now we're going down. Let's go. If your win rate is low, like 30% or even less, just do the opposite and you're profitable. Facts. Suddenly your win rate goes to 70%. That's crazy, bro. That's how it kind of how it works. But then again, you're like looking at a trade and you're like, huh, this should be a sell, but I'm gonna buy. But then you're like, but this should be a buy, so I'm gonna sell. And then at the end of the day, you don't really know if you would have taken it because of for whatever reason. I don't know if that kind of makes sense. When coming to Nigeria, let us know. Yeah, we'll do for sure, Nelson. We'll do for sure. Cause I got a lot of people like from like my community, not just like ThinkCapital community, but my personal community all over the world as well that I wanna, visit and meet. Not that I'm that famous, but it will still be nice to connect with some of you guys. Let me take a sip here. If you guys have any more questions, feel free to drop them in the comments. I got you for the next 5 minutes, but then I'm also gonna be heading off because I'm hungry. Also, as of right now, price is back below the range. It rejected the fair value gap nicely. So there's a possibility of coming back down to 41.75, but it's also a little bit slow. It's also a little bit slow. Mm. The 1 hour close. Yeah, so if the 1 hour close below, then that's more confidence for the sells here. Because we got a beautiful, it's actually pretty nice looking. We got a beautiful head and shoulder. We got a left shoulder, we got a big ass head, and we got a right shoulder, and then we're down, right? We could expect a pullback in this range and then a sell-off. And then what we also get, sorry, what we also get is we get a mini head and shoulder in the head and shoulder, right? We got double confirmation here. Another one. And then what we also got is we got a, did we get a 5 minute head and shoulder as well? Yeah, I mean, we kind of get a 15-minute head and shoulder and the head and shoulder and the head and shoulder here. Right here. So that's like 3 head and shoulders in one, bro, and all of them are the bearish head and shoulder patterns. Honestly, sometimes leave alone the strategy and use feelings. Yeah, bro. Sometimes. Yeah, I got in on a sell up here, like right around here. But like with minimal risk, because it's a little bit late in the session, and I feel like gold might just flip. I feel like gold can still do this, and then just flip and break out. And if it does that, then I will be a little more interested in buys. Because, like I said earlier in the stream, I'm more of a buyer, bro. I don't know. What I like to do in this case is just invert it. I don't know if it's this button. Yeah. So it's Shift and Y, and then you just invert the chart. So now if I'm looking at it, I'm more confident. Oops, I'm more confident in the trade I'm in right now. Because suddenly it's buys. Price will sweep that low. Yeah, it might. It might. Yeah, so now it kind of looks like we're in buys, right? Because I switched the chart. So when my psychology is really bad, I will do that. Because I'm a buyer. But let's go back to normal here. So yeah, the safe stop loss is above, obviously above this high here on the 5, but then also kind of above the fair value gap. First CP is down here at this low, right at the low. So once this hits, I'm break even. So it could still bounce off like this and then stop me out of break even and then break out and do something like that, but I will be fine with that. And now if we break strongly with strong volume, then my next target is down here. That's the final target. It will be 41.65. That will be a 2.5 R multiple. You famous, bro? Andrew had to announce on the stage. What stage? What do you mean? What do you mean, bro? What stage, bro? Ugh. The market usually forms a pattern to continue its journey or pullback. Can this be used as consideration for opening a buy or sell position? Yeah, of course. You can use market patterns for your trades for more confidence. What I like to do is I have like confluences, right? So confluences are basically reasons on why you're getting in on a trade. And the more reasons you have, the more confidence you have in the trade and the higher the probability of the trade going in your favor. So if we're looking right now, we closed below the range, right? We closed and broke the trend line. Two reasons already. On the 4 hour, we are bearish. On the 1 hour, we are bearish. That's third reason. Price is below the 50 EMA, which is this line over here. That's the fourth reason or fifth reason. We pull back into the fair value gap, close in form of a evening star pattern, and also with a wick rejection and then a bearish engulfing. So that's a fifth reason. The lower time frame structure is also bearish, so that's the sixth reason. What else? Yeah, it's six reasons. So now we got six reasons, right? And now let's do the contrary. If we're looking to buy, what reasons do we have? First reason is the weekly and the daily are still considered bullish. So that's the first reason. Second reason, we could say, yeah, we kind of rejected the support down here. Kind of a second reason. We didn't break structure to the upside on the 5 minutes, so it's still a bearish market structure. So right now you only have two reasons for buys and six reasons for sells. So now you already kind of have the probabilities in your favor if you're looking to sell. This could switch very quick, right? If price starts breaking now this high here, so that's closing above support, closing above EMA, closing above the trend line, breaking structure to the upside. Now suddenly the reasons have switched to buys instead of sells. I hope that kind of makes sense. Can you show how you take a trade with sizing of 1% risk? What do you mean with sizing of 1% risk? It all comes up to the account size you have. Because if you have like a 10K, it's $100. So you gotta adjust your lot size accordingly. Just lost the account. Damn, bro. Part of the game though. Part of the game. Write down your mistakes, why you lost, and don't repeat that. It was very likely due to over trading or over leveraging. Or maybe just the probabilities weren't in your favor, right? If you had a normal losing streak, you risk 1%, and you lose 10 trades in a row, that can happen. Yeah, it can happen, bro. But don't let that discourage you, man. Learn from it. Don't ignore it. Learn from it. All right. All right, guys. I'm gonna be heading off here because I'm very, very hungry. But this is a setup as of right now. Ideally, you want to see it close below this low here at the 41.75s for it to continue to the 41.65s. 41.65 is final TP for me. If it starts pulling back and breaking above 41.93 and close above the range, above all of these things here, then I see price coming all the way back up into 40 4200s. The moment it starts breaking here, I will be moving my stops to break even because there's still a possibility of a double bottom here if there's not enough volume. And then for the rest of the day and tomorrow, we have a 4-hour zone at the 41.65s, which is our final target right now. Based off this, I do see the price can definitely pull back into the daily range here. And now we want to wait and see how the daily candle closes. Let me see. Yeah, so if the daily also closes bearish, I do see that the rest of the days we could have a steeper pullback to the downside before creating a higher low on a daily time frame and breaking back up. So that's my guess right now. Yeah, learn and keep trying. Exactly. Come back stronger. Blew 2 accounts today in funded stage. All good, guys. Like, if I tell you I've blown maybe like 35, maybe 40 challenges and 40 like funded accounts. Okay, not 40, but a total like at 40, 45 challenges. And from those challenges were a few funded as well, where I blow them, bro. That's normal. That's normal, but you gotta, it's normal as long as you learn from it. Because it's always just a psychology that messes with you, right? All right, guys, I'm going to be heading off here. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I hope to see you guys next Monday. Happy holidays very soon. I will be coming on the holidays, though. Um, I mean, kind of a holiday, 22nd and 29th, and then next week as well. So I will be here. I hope you guys are here as well. And yeah, enjoy the rest of the week. Don't overtrade, don't over risk. Apply risk management. Stay patient. Wait for your setups, guys. And I'll see you on the next one. Peace out. Love you. Bye bye.